Hey everyone, welcome back to the Living in Maryland channel where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland. And can't believe it, but we are already at the end of December here in 2023. So just wanted to give you guys a market recap, what's going on in our Maryland real estate market, just so you guys can have an idea of what's happened this year and maybe some ideas of what to expect heading into 2024. If you are thinking about buying or selling real estate here in Maryland, we absolutely love helping out in any way possible, having conversations around helping you reach your real estate goals. So however you feel most comfortable reaching out, feel free to do so, and we would absolutely love to connect and have a conversation. So again, today we are discussing a real estate market update here in Central Maryland for 2023. Now, a few things to kind of keep in mind. One, rates are still pretty elevated, which is continuing to kind of keep that crunch and kind of really limit how many people are willing and or able to list their home. So there's just still not a lot of inventory out there, which is continuing to keep competition on most properties still pretty high. Now, one thing to keep in mind, depending on where you are looking to buy, this could vary. So it's very important if you are thinking about buying a home in Maryland, just to have a good idea of exactly what location you want to be in, because if you are someone who's thinking about buying in Baltimore City, versus maybe say parts of Anne Arundel, Howard, Baltimore County, it can be a completely different experience. So the days on market in Baltimore City is running around 20 to 21 days on average. If you are in a competitive part of the county, you're looking at, under a week. So that's the difference between, putting in an offer, very neutral terms being the only offer on the table, and getting an offer accepted within 24 hours. And then the other end of that, if you're in the county, is submitting an offer. You're likely one of 3 to 6 offers, and you're having to wait and be very, very competitive. So depending on where you are looking to buy in the area, it's very important to have a detailed conversation and a detailed game plan going into that, so you know exactly what to expect. Now, as of today, just wanted to give you a quick update and, kind of what to expect as far as interest rates. So we are sitting today at December 20th, 2023, heading into Christmas here shortly. And we've got a 30-year conventional rate right around 6.65. Now, this may not be for everyone. This is just a resource that I follow that pulls from hundreds of banks around the country. Interest rates can vary on a lot of different things, such as credit, how much are you borrowing, the county that you're in, all sorts of things, debt to income. So just to give you, kind of that disclosure that rates may vary based on circumstance, but you're looking at roughly a 6.65 for a 30-year conventional, which is crazy because about a month ago, they were right around 8, maybe even a little over 8. So they have come down. Things are starting, things are always moving. So this is stuff to always keep an eye out on. And then you are looking at an FHA and VA rate right around 6.11 for your government loans, which is, again, VA veteran loan, and then FHA, which is another type of loan that you can use as a home buyer, whether you're a first-time home buyer or not. You can definitely utilize that program as well. Now, another thing that I've been paying a lot of attention to this entire year, and actually for the last 18 months, is our year over year overall sales decline. So how many homes are actually selling compared to the year previous? Now, most of this year, we've been in about a decrease of 20+% in most counties, which is just crazy. So for over, year over year, you're looking at, well over 20+% less homes selling for most of this year. That's starting to moderate. So in December here, we are seeing roughly about 8 to 9% decline from 12 months ago. So that's starting to level off, which is good. And then when we're looking at average and median home sales price, we're looking at an average home sales price up about 4.5%. And that's up to about $465,000 here in Maryland. And then we've got a median home sales price up year over year from 12 months ago, 6.7%, right around $400,000. So home prices, according to MAR, Maryland Association of Realtors, is still on the increase. So that's something to kind of keep in mind if you are thinking about buying, if you're thinking about selling. That's kind of what we're seeing according to the data that we're receiving from the Association of Realtors in the state of Maryland. Another thing that's really helpful to pay attention to is what is the median number of days on market. So this is telling us exactly and giving us an idea of how quickly homes are moving. So currently in 2023, we're looking at about 11 days. So 11 days in most markets is that median day, and that's a state level number. So what I would say is when I start looking at county specific numbers, right? So if I were jumping into specific counties within Central Maryland, that number is actually a little lower. It's closer to 7 to 9 days. So a lot of people that we talk to are coming here to Central Maryland. So they're looking at areas like Baltimore County, Howard County, Frederick, Montgomery, Prince George's, Anne Arundel County, those areas that kind of make up the county area between Baltimore and DC. So if you're in those areas, that number is going to probably be a little lower. So that number may not, it may be a little misleading. So I would expect something a little lower on your nicer homes, the homes that are priced right. Those homes tend to still move very quickly. And then the median number statewide from 12 months ago is 13 days on the market. So it hasn't changed a ton. We're still seeing, lots of competition and homes that are going on the market selling quickly. So something to keep in mind. And then also active inventory. So when we look at the number of homes on the market and available compared to last year, we're at 2,000 less homes statewide this time right now compared to this time last year. So, again, just kind of fighting that, the market figuring out, what's going on, and people figuring out, hey, do I want to move? Do I want to list my home and make that move? Or am I still going to hold tight and wait to figure out when might be the ideal time for me? So all things that are kind of helpful and things that I'm keeping an eye out to kind of figure out where this market's heading. All right, last but not least, taking a look into 2024 and just kind of an idea and thinking about what might be happening this coming year. So there's a few things, but the primary thing is looking at interest rates and just kind of seeing what's going to happen with that. If rates continue to stabilize and even head down a little bit, if they break 6% and head into the high fives, we're expecting a very, very busy 2024. So I think there's going to be a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers that come kind of off the fence and off the sidelines and jump into this market. There are so many people who want to make that move, and they're just kind of, just kind of a little shy because of where those interest rates are. It's hard for people to jump into a 7% rate when they've got a 3.5% rate. So, but I think people can swallow 5 a lot easier than they can 7. So it's going to be very interesting and very telling as far as where this market's heading to see kind of where those interest rates settle out and what kind of happens with that. So depending on what that looks like, is going to dictate where this market heads. Now, I will tell you, we're still talking to people every day, even with rates in the mid 6s, even when they were up around 8, there's people every day who need to move, need to sell, and need to buy. So there's always homes moving. It's just a matter of how many and kind of what's going to happen with the overall volume of homes. So we'll see what happens, but looking into 2024, we're definitely expecting it to pick up, just depending on where those interest rates settle out. So if you ever have any questions, if you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out. Happy holidays, and we will see you at the next video.